Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. Now it is Deusillus' turn to take on the Timetraveller deck. So Deusillus round 3. I'm sure you've seen the Timetraveller deck a couple of times, but this is it. You got your Proclamation, you got your Timetraveller. Total Recall has proved to be very, very good as well in this. So I'm looking at that. Opening hand going second. We've got 8's Coming and Niffle 3 Sanctum cards. Maybe worth keeping because you know you could Fangs of Gizzle Heart, Burning Glare, Purifier of Souls on turn 2. So thinking that's probably worth a keep. Playing Fabled Alpaca again. Simon from the Snufflegators. He's gone for Sloppy Lab Work. He's archived a card and he's discarded Mind Warper. That kind of throws the Sanctum a little bit up in the air because he's not played a creature, so we'll put down the Niffle 8 and then see what we get there. So yeah, now Simon's turn 2. Got the card in the archive. Obviously got the 6 cards in hand as well. Again, I'm still thinking about going into the Sanctum again on the next turn. Niffle Ape is unlikely to be the strongest creature, so again you can go for Fangs of Gizzle Heart, Burning Glare, Purifier of Souls. Simon's gone into logos, played a Brain Eater, Titan Librarian, pass the turn. So there we go. As I said, straight into Sanctum, Fangs of Gizzle Heart, and the Purge's Brain Eater, and then play the Burning Glare, stun the Brain Eater, play the Purifier of Souls, pass the turn. Okay, so we've got another Untamed card and another Sanctum card. I mean, the Grey Riders are not too bad. It can force something to ready and fight. So I could use Purifier and then use it again, or I could use Purifier and use Niffle Ape. You could got a bit of board control there with the Lost in the Woods in Untamed. Not entirely sure it's worth going after the Deusillus. Simon's gone for Mars, played a Mind Warper. And he's played a Collector Worm. And then he's passed the turn to me. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. So we've gone for the Untamed. Played Lost in the Woods. Obviously I have to return both of my creatures for that. I'm worried about the Collector Worm starting to archive things. Put down the Dark Fairy. Obviously we've seen how good those can be. So that's something I'm sure Simon's going to want to deal with. What we got now? 2 Sanctum, 3 Saurian, and 1 Untamed. So Simon's gone into Sanctum this time. Play Blinding Light. Just stun the Dark Fairy. And then we've played Rothe the Fierce. Play Smite to ready and fight with a creature. Which one is he going to ready and fight with? You'd think Rothe the Fierce because of the armour. There we go, yep. We play the Grey Rider. Which will unstun the Logos Titan. And also play to Protect the Weak onto Rothay the Fierce, which will give it Taunt. There we go. Beware the Ides of March. It's finally killed something. It's took 3 games on camera to actually kill something. There's more luck than judgment. Not a fan of that card. There we go. So just put down the Cornice Octavia, picking which side it'll go on, and then deciding whether or not we use its coming. Again, the 2-2, not 2-3-1. So we've got the Niffle Ape. We've got our Thero Centurion. It's coming still. We've got the Ludo. Sam's put down the Collector Worm. Then a Mind Warper. Pass the turn. And bearing in mind we've got 3 Saurian or 2 Sanctum. It's got to be the Saurian or the Sanctum. Gone for the Sanctum. So I'll put the Grey Rider in there, ready in fight with Octavia. Lay down the Squire Alice. Pass the turn. Draw 1 Untamed and 1 Sanctum. So I'm having a bit of a think about which house to play next. It's got a decent board, 4 creatures, 2 from 2 houses. Gone for Mars. So that's the Fixed Finger. Shockworm. Still got the Mind Warper and the Collector Worm to use. I would imagine the Collector Worm is going to fight one, so Mind Warper to capture 1 from me onto Squire Alice, and then Collector Worm to put Squire Alice into Simon's Archive. It's a situation like that where you wish that the Grey Rider had armour, because Grey Rider had armour. A good rule of 6 it there. There we go, put down the 2 Untamed creatures. Draw another 2 Untamed cards. Yeah, the draw's hurting me here. Every time I put down 2 cards, I draw 2 cards from the same flipping house. Never something out of the other house. Also as well, the fact that we can't seem to pull the second half of Deusillus. Well, either half, to be fair. One of the halves that will go with it's coming and allow me to play it. Simon's gone into Logos and played Cutthroat Research, Type Mechanic, Help from Future Self. Obviously going to get the Timetraveller off the back of that and play the Timetraveller. Draw 2 cards. Played an Igor. Takes one of the top 3, puts it into hand. And then he's passed the turn. have used the Grey Rider to reap. Fought with the Dark Fairy in game 2. Put down the Squire Alice. Play the other Grey Rider. Got to be putting it next to the Dark Fairy again, hasn't it? There we go. Ready and fight with the Dark Fairy. Game 2 again. That's the turn. Simon's forged a key. Got a bigger board than me as well, and quite a few of the creatures are just a smidge more powerful, and as well some of them got the elusive, which is going to make it possibly a little bit harder to deal with. So he's used Mind Warper to make me capture one. Probably fight into the... well, probably fight the Collector Worm into something to take it off the table, but at the moment Squire Alice has got a bit of armour, so... he's put the finger into the ape. Played Marzine's Amber. Total Recall. Massive burst again off the back of that. Played Carpet Flotsam. Played a Dominator. Shockworm. Mind Warper. Still got 11 cards in hand. Imagine if this thing had Key Abduction. Collector Worm. Fixed Finger. And pass the turn. So Deusillus gets a key. Play out the Ludo. Play out the Theros Centurion. Play the It's Coming. See if we can maybe draw the other half by a fluke. Because unless we draw Deusillus, this game has gone. Absolutely. With him being already on 7 amber before I've even started, so... yeah, not a lot there to be done. It's a total recall, I think, that he's doing. You know, that sort of level of burst. I'll just have 6 amber. I'll just have 8 amber. Yeah, it's very good. Unless you're constantly always taking creatures off the board before he can build up a little bit of a board, the total recall's going to blow you out. So yeah, with me not drawing the Deusillus there, there's no way I can win the game. Maybe if I'd drawn Deusillus and captured all his amber, and then tried to protect it, we might have had a chance. But I would have needed to have killed the Collector Worm, potentially. Oh no, the Collector Worm wouldn't have survived a fight with Deusillus, even with 7 armor. But there's a lot of creatures there to fight the Deusillus off the table, potentially. So yeah, Simon's going to have this one. So Deusillus is going to have played 3 games, and he will have won 1 game out of the 3, and then he will have forged 6 keys in 3 games, 3 in 1, 2 in another, and 1 in that game. And again, just like Ultra Gravitron, not been into play. And to be fair, with the exception of the game it won, not even looked like going into play. And in the game it won, there was no point looking at putting it into play. I can't remember if I could or not, but there was certainly no point putting it into play because the Dart Fairies were doing so good. So yeah, 2 wins to Niffle Kong, 1 win to Ultra Gravitron, 1 win to Deusillus. Niffle Kong obviously got more keys, but equally Deusillus 6 keys, Gravitron 4 keys, and as well Niffle Kong is smashing the pair of them in terms of how many times it's got out, although it has got Resurgence to help. So yeah, next deck will be a Horseman deck, and the first game of that should be up on Thursday with Ultra Gravitron. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.